All right, folks. Should be live. Doing a little swing work today. Haven't been very happy. I've hit a lot of drivers. There's been some that have been okay, but lately the iron swing has fallen off a cliff. So the plan is to be irons only and fix the swing. And I have a couple different directions I kind of want to go, but I'm happy to try anything you guys may think will be helpful. Pick you at noon. Sammy J, what's up? Discord? That's a real account. What's up, Bogey Barn, Grip and Sip? Sammy Jaw. That's a real account. We do have a Discord. You can find it. I think you're just left-handed. Love giving Bogey Barn. As a bad golfer, you love giving swing advice. That's the comment of the day so far. J Gloves had some good ones. Flying Fat Kid always has some good ones. Bogeyman Bill had a couple good ones the other day. Oh, I like pushing left foot forward, like you're sliding a carpet under your foot. Which way, D-Lud? I think what I want to do, so I have the Trackman numbers. You should be seeing them. I printed those out. I was asking J Glove. He's got a really, really nice swing, and he hits it well. For whatever reason, I don't know if you guys are the same. I've always said that I'm very shallow on the course. And for whatever reason, playing with like Big Dog and some of you other guys that are really, really good, you seem to hit down a ton. So I've gotten into the mindset where I need to hit down more, and I don't think I do. So that's one of the things we were talking about launch angle in terms of VLA last time, and then I printed out these Trackman numbers, and the attack angle, like I've been trying to hit down like 6 degrees with like pitch and wedge 9-iron, 8-iron, and according to the pros, they're only hitting down 4.7 for pitch and wedge and 4.3 for 9, 4.2 for 8. So I think I need to go more in that direction, and I think I need to get some tempo back. I think I'm trying so hard to hit down and through it. I'm chopping at it, and I'm killing myself. So I want to get more if I can. Better sequencing, better tempo, a bit of a longer, smoother, hopefully more fluid swing. But I may do some step drills here just to hit balls. Segudo's advice, wait on the left foot. I've seen some of those. Kamish likes Segudo a lot too. I've watched a handful of his videos. I do parts of it. The problem with that, we've talked about it. I know this is probably going to be kind of all day thing, but it'll be fun. I like certain things that I see. So like, more power to you if you adopt like his entire methodology and it works. I would say I like probably 75% of what he does. Get a little Dankster step drill going, I think. I saw that video deal, the rolling chair. So more like that. That was the TPI one, right? That's what we need right there. I just need to step into every shot. That was 5.9 down, though. I don't need to hit down that much. Reverse K in the irons. Probably need all of his advice. It wouldn't suck as much. It's just weird. I think I was kind of saying it yesterday. I didn't do the best job explaining it, but all of our different golf swings with all the different like limitations and past injuries and all this crap, it's like some of these systems, whether it's Segudo, which I happen to like, or just like a conventional swing, we're all like round pegs or round pieces of wood trying to fit into like a square hole in terms of the golf swing. So it's like put the ball on your front foot, put a towel behind like 1 to 2 inches, hit the ball, miss the towel. More round than anyone. These feel good. The step drill, this is the first one that came to mind. When my swing gets wonky and like my tempo gets all jacked up in the feel, starting, I was doing a little bit of the step back. I don't like that one as much. I like starting, J Glove said, front of my stance, but I like starting in the front and then just step forward as I'm bringing it back. And that gets me with weight coming forward, not trying to swing super hard. We can put a towel down though. Honestly, I'm not a huge, I don't know if I've even ever done this drill. I did it with like a leaf. I feel like I'm hitting down. That was better there. I want to be around there, I think. Like I'm generally more shallow, like I keep saying on course. Hopefully this doesn't mess with the square. That's probably a little far back, but can't seem to get less than 5 down my irons. A lot of your pulls come from. You saying 5 iron and less? You're pulling it. Probably you're trying to, like we all do, just because it's a longer club, we think we need to swing harder, and you're probably stepping on the gas like I do, more from up here, and you're probably spinning out and coming across it, I would think, with a shut face. Yeah, if the ball's super far forward, and I do play, that's another thing too. I don't know why. It's like I get into these habits kind of out of nowhere just from seeing other people play, but I have this notion that I hit the ball too high. So I've been trying to like flight it lower, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I play the ball pretty far forward outside just because I sweep it and catch it pretty clean. So I probably to get back to that here too. Yeah, I'm trying. That's what I mean. I think that's where it's all coming from, Bogey Barn. Like I'm just trying to stay like down and through it and feel like I really hit it well. Sometimes when I catch it a little bit too thin, it gets slappy. So I say, okay, I'm catching it thin. Let's hit down more. I think that's where it's coming from too. Yeah, it's a good point, D-Lud. I'm not trying to necessarily copy anyone. I'm just trying to, like I said, take bits and pieces. And in terms of these like Trackman numbers, what I want to do is just use it kind of as my North Star, so to speak. So like that's like the general direction I want to go in terms of their launch, their spin rate, their speed. I know I'm not as quick as them and I can't hit it like they do. But that's the direction. If I have to pick something that I'm like where I'm trying to go, that's where I'm trying to go. So whatever I need to do and able to swing and produce those results without hurting myself and like repeatability, that's what I'm trying to do. At least my club path looks good. Yours is about -11. Is -11, is that in to out or out to in? Either way, 11's a lot. That one I thinned because I'm afraid to hit the towel now. All right, we'll start a little bit up here. That's been the miss, though. Clip the towel a little bit. Yeah, I mean, repeatability, at the end of the day, that's everyone, including pros. They're trying to be as repeatable as they can too, and they still can't do it all the time. So that'll never change. It's just what was that? 5.4. I think I still got to go more forward. Still catching it. I want to be like, I mean, these are easy approach wedges. I can grab my pitching wedge, but I think I want to be closer to like 4.5. 3.9, but I caught the towel a little. This has a little bit of loft. That's a 51 degree. Let's grab the pitching wedge. Out to him, very over the top. Big Dog has the largest AOA I've ever seen with irons. Well, I think I was saying that, crushing it. I think that's part of it too, because like obviously he's really good. So I hear that and I see that, and he said that a bunch. So I say, okay, well, I'll try it, see if it works. And it does sometimes. It's just I think the way he swings and has always swung versus thin. Big time chunk. I'll bring the towel back in a second. I want to at least hit some that's not like that was messing with me. Yeah, repeatability, like everything else, is definitely subjective. Towel drill's hard. I'll bring it back. I want to do the towel drill when I'm like searching for my swing. It's probably not the best time to do it. I feel like that's more of a J Glove dial in your swing that you already have type of drill. So like when I feel, hopefully I get back to feel like I'm striking it pretty well, relatively consistently. Then I'll add the towel, I think, and kind of hopefully more cement that swing. Versus this, I'm literally like trying to find something. That was better. 4.8 down. This is an easy pitching wedge. That's right about. I know these aren't like real swings, but they're 4.7 down. Allegedly. These are some Bryson hole-in-one shots. Man, I wish I could do that again. That was such. I never did it either. I kind of stopped just out of respect for Judd. I never really loaded it up again. I think I've showed like a couple friends and family, but I've never done it again, like for like a stream or anything. I've done the neighborhood golf and those other ones. Those are fun. It was just like that whole momentum of the thing and the fact that it was actually the house and it looked so good. That's kind of what made it. After that, it was like, yeah, I mean, I could hit over these houses, but it's not as fun. That's definitely smoother. Obviously, it's not going as far, but I've been seeing this one dude too. He's stuck in my algorithm when I'm scrolling. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's really big on like the, I mean, for lack of a better term, flip rotation, flick of the wrist, crack the whip at the bottom to generate speed. So I've been trying some of that too, and I think some of that has led to some inconsistent strikes. Let athleticism, intuition drive the ball into the ground. It's probably good advice there, Jay Glove. That's kind of what Big Dog said the other day. The problem is for me, when I don't have it, I drive myself crazy because I'm trying to figure out either what it is or what to do. But yeah, I mean, that's usually my last resort type of when all else fails, just hit the ball and don't think. Dice Man, you got any swing tips for me? More alcohol. Busy thinking golf swing. That's just chaos. It is chaos. Let the club do the work. That was the other thing I was thinking of. That's why I'm trying to swing easier and smoother. I have a very tough time when it's the problem is it's fun to swing hard and hit it hard. That's like my favorite way to play. So it's fun to do it. But when I try to like get a little bit more distance or hit it harder, I'm feeling good. I try to like move my entire body to produce more power versus just maybe even swinging easier and putting that extra power and speed into the club head instead of trying to make my body do it. That's the real issue. Reset practice swing is halfway back, lower the shoulders, figure out how to hit from full from there. It wants to swing, don't get it in the way. Haven't done the pause drill in a while. It's kind of the same thing. Can't stay. Wanted to say Facebook Marketplace always an option. Well said, Dankster. Half swings is a godsend. The new feel is no feel. I do feel, yeah, I mean, the swings, I mean, the sleeves are what they are, Bogey Barn. I mean, at this point, I'm used to it, so I can't even use that as an excuse. It's just the way it is. These are snow pants, so I got snow pants on. I got electric socks on. You can see those. Flail so worn, it's like a second skin. That's the reason why I wear it though. Is it does have some stretch to it, which I really like. So it's far less restricting than others that I have that don't stretch quite as much. Try to play that one further forward. It's like 40 something out today. It's like low 40s, 42, something like that. It's not bad. It's sunny, which is good, but it's still pretty cold. That was more legs. That was more of the squat into it. That felt pretty good. If I can do that, 3.8 down. More shaft lean. Flat left over after Ozempic. I do wash this thing, believe it or not. There is a little hole. It almost looks like a burn mark. There's a hole right in the back. But you guys can't see that. You find me a better flannel, and I'll wear it. No legs. Gotta use my legs. I feel like I've gotten to the point where I stand upright to create a little bit more length, but also less moving parts, so it's more repeatable. But I don't know if it's any longer suiting me. That's just a little more of like that dip down at the ball. I don't know if the more shaft lean was... if that was a legit one, but I'll try it. It was either a joke because I already have shaft lean or too much of it, or you actually want me to try more, but I tried it on that one. Ford Roberts. That one did feel pretty good. Definitely better tempo like that. That's just a lot more moving parts. I feel like that's harder to repeat. Yeah, I can do the pause. I just got to do it for a while, and then I get into that rhythm. No backswing. Start at the top. Oh! I'm not good enough for some of those drills. I go crazy. If I actually try to stop here, I don't know what to do. I need to have a little bit of motion to be able to actually feel where stuff is. If I just freeze up top, I can't hit the ball. Swing lefty, flip that sucker over. Golf swing should be somewhat symmetrical. I like that. My body would probably feel better if I took more lefty swings. I do kind of do some of these where at least I'm moving in the other way. Toey. 4.1 down. A little pulley pull. So these are easy. These are hitting a peak height of 70, which I think is a lot for a pitching wedge. 27 VLA. What are the pros launching their pitching wedge at? 23.7 with 9,300. It says spin rate. That's got to be total spin. Peak height of 32. So 32 yards. They're about like a hundo. 90, 95. I like to start the club waist high in the follow through, then go back forward from there. Back here. Yeah, I like this. It's kind of like the step drill because it forces you to kind of. Still going. That doesn't feel too bad. I think that almost forces me to use a little bit more of the lower body and the momentum. Even that. Definitely makes it works on your tempo. It definitely feels way more rhythmic, which I need. Yeah, I know they use a little bit more loft, but these are P770s. I also printed out that. I don't know. You guys can look it up. I got these two things, but I have that on the screen, the PGA Tour averages, and then I printed out the loft. Problem is I have a combo set, but this pitch and wedge should be untouched from the combo set. So this is a 2020 TaylorMade P770, which has a loft of 46. So I think the pros are maybe 1 or 2 degrees weaker, but it's not much. And I also have a theory. I've never had these things checked. I think they have probably weakened in loft just from how much I've hit on this mat. I have heard that before with the forged clubs that are a little bit softer. I have a feeling they've weakened. Good rhythm, yeah. Those feel better. Those ain't bad. Those at least feel good. Not hitting it very far. That's a 105-yard pitching wedge, but those at least feel pretty good. That's kind of why I've been getting frustrated. Like some of the shots I've hit, the results are fine, but they just feel terrible. So I can only play so long like that where every single iron shot just feels terrible that I gotta try to find something. Put myself in a good impact position, start the swing from there. Can't get over your spin numbers. My pitching wedge, your iron spins like 9 to 10,000. Well, that's going to be because of draw versus fade too. If you're coming way across it, like if I come way across this with an open face, I struggled doing that. I kind of drop kicked it, but if you're fading it and you're swiping it across it a decent amount with an open face, it's always going to spin more. But I mean, total, I could pull up total spin. I think I can put it. Can I put it below peak height over there? It's jacked up, but it'll reset next one. So that's spinning at 84 total. And it's about the same on that one. Backspin total, but it's spinning at 84. And I was wondering if these numbers were backspin or total, but considering the pros hit it pretty straight, that's probably just total spin. Because that was a pretty straight one, and they're almost the same. They're spinning their pitch and wedge at 93. Which is part of it, too. the fact that I'm a lower spin player trying to maybe get a little bit more spin. According to C-Drum, which I have heard, most of your spin actually comes from compression and speed. So that makes sense. If I'm swinging that harder, their pitch wedge is also carrying instead of 110. These are easy swings, but their pitch and wedge is carrying, where is that? 104 ball speed with 142 carry, which I'm nowhere near. That's probably like 9 iron for me. Take a look in the chat. What's up, buddy? Can't handle that much info. My notebook isn't big enough for all these tips. I don't know. I feel like I can differentiate. Like I can just read something and try it. If I like it, I like it. Like D-Lud was saying, try the starting here, which I was kind of doing anyways. Like I've tried all these things, so I'm not opposed to trying them again. Some stuff sticks, some stuff doesn't. Take note of some of your spin numbers. Playing with 4-putt tomorrow. I think I'm going to play with Grant on Friday. I yanked that, but it felt decent. That was a pretty easy swing for 118. Then that at least feels smoother. What do you got for me, Take It Low? What's your best iron advice for me? You've been playing well. Oh, thin. Thin. I think I could probably be a bit more over the ball too with my irons. Try dramatize straight back takeaway. Puts me in a great position to hit a draw. I like that. So you're trying to basically just simplify your kind of more of a one-piece takeaway, less moving parts kind of thing. I like that too. I've done that in the past. That's my straight back takeaway feel and result. Loosey-goosey arms. Do these look any different? They feel different. I don't know if you guys can tell if they look any different. This different stuff I'm trying. No, you can keep them coming, D-Wood. That's what it's all about. Maybe they're not. It's not bad advice. Maybe it's just sometimes you could say the same thing 3 different ways, and maybe it'll click in my brain. So keep them coming. Like I like the drill you gave me. Take a Low just gave me that. One of these times we're gonna piece all this together. Yeah, watch the pull hook. That's what I've done in the past. The compression feels better, but One of these times, we're going to piece all this information together, and I'm going to build myself a swing that works again. 90-degree club straight up in the backswing. 90-degree club in the front swing. 90 to 90. Oh, man, I don't know if I can do that. You're saying, like, up here? I don't think I'm flexible enough for that.
Thanks for the sub.
Those stationary type things kill me. I got to be like, have some rhythm and movement. I'm already probably too locked down stationary. I feel like I need to get more rhythm and tempo. Isaiah, what's up, buddy? What hinge strip do I use? Country Club Elite, Bob. Country Club Elite. Appreciate the follow. Steelers. I don't mind that. I mean, that's kind of what I was doing with the flannel Fleetwood, which always seems to come back to that. Those aren't bad. They're not going very far, but I'm not hitting them very hard. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Trying to make it to where my hips don't lie, but pitching drill, but helps with wrist angles. That's probably one of the things too. I've got not great wrists between sports and other stuff. Both of my wrists are kind of jacked, so I probably don't have as much wrist mobility and movement as I should. I don't think I hinge. I don't hinge very much at all. That's another one of those things. I just don't like thinking about those small little tiny movements. I know, which is kind of ironic because we're doing all these different swing change things. But if I start thinking about where the club is here and my hinge angle and all that stuff, I just go even more crazy. My head just spins. That's where I draw the line. Like the P5, P6 type of stuff, I can't do that. What am I trying to fix? Just my swing, Jaffer. We're just trying to fix my swing. I've been hitting it like crap. It's not like I want to start from scratch, but just basically what I'm trying to do is find some type of swing thought that gives me some feel back to where, like, okay, maybe that was left, maybe that was right, but at least it was hit well. That's all I'm looking for. Which the old take it low, one piece takeaway. That's starting to feel better. It's just the pull. So I got to open up a little bit. Still, I like the feeling. That's what you're trying to do, I think, is kind of exit low and left. But now I'm coming through and the face is shutting down on me, despite trying to keep it open at the address. That was even with a weaker grip. Still shut 2.5 degrees to the target. Better. That's 120. 119 with the pitching wedge. Still a pretty easy swing. Honestly, that hurts, though, getting into some of those positions, which is probably why I don't swing like that. If you're pulling, get your weight forward at the top. I like to imagine like you're swinging with a barrel around your torso. Yeah, I can feel that, a little more width. Weight forward before the downswing. Try to finish higher and forward, not to my left. High and right, like high up out here, or you're saying not left. I was trying to feel more of like toe facing up out here. Wasn't hit terrible. That's it. That felt decent. They're in there. The swings are in there. It's just trying to find something I can get back to repeatably doing. Toey. Same thing you're trying to get your 10-year-old to do. Well, keep them coming. The frustrating part is, like, with golf, I've been in the same spot where I'm like searching for a swing 50 other times. So it's like, it just comes and goes. You play too much, then you find yourself in a slump. You don't play enough, you find yourself in a slump. It's tough staying dialed. But that's why I'm trying to find something with some repeatability. Because the only way to stay dialed is basically go back to your basics that work for you. Still a little toey. May need to stand just a little bit closer. Probably keep weakening that grip. Did I get my swing figured out yet? Not yet, Kamish. We're getting there. These feel a little bit better. We're still searching. You got anything for me? What were you doing? I know what you were doing was probably different than what I'm trying to do, but if you're looking at my swing, what do you got for me? To me, that just feels like extended arms in the takeaway and more extended arms here as I'm coming through. Everything else feels about the same. When I'm striking it bad, I move the ball forward slightly. When you're striking it well, a little more back in the stance. Does that make sense? That does make sense. I feel like I subconsciously or unknowingly, until you said that, I probably do the same thing, which is why most of today I've been creeping it forward. Throwing the hands to the ground. Jake Glove. That's the new comment of the day. Are you a better golfer than a fifth grader? Next Hosel series coming soon. I have to set up with the ball back in my stance. Well, which one is it? Do I got to move it forward or move it back? You guys got to pick one. It can't be both. With that swing, you may want to give up golf and go for pickleball. Pretty good miss, though. Strong grip with the left hand, weak on the right. I feel like it's the opposite. Maybe that's just part of it. I feel like my right hand is really strong, and I feel like kind of both are, but I feel like if anything, my left hand's a little bit weaker and my right hand's stronger, but maybe not. Starting left on me. That's just the shut. I'm coming through, and it's shutting down on me because I'm still exiting that low left. The contact's good. It's just I'm tugging them. But that's a pretty effortless 118. Further back. Middle with most irons. Left hand needs to be high on the top. Right should be lower. Keep my left arm higher than my right arm at setup. I will put this out there. I've noted a couple times. It's going to be close. I mean, I have two different angles, but this one is like I'm facing this way. This is kind of directly how it's facing. So you guys are looking at me. If that's the camera, you're looking at me at a bit of an angle. And then that one directly down the line would be like over here. So the camera is right here, which could make a little bit of difference based on how things look. I will note that, but that ain't bad. Poor Hosel gonna leave the stream in a swing thought pretzel. No, I mean this is sometimes what I need. When I've already gone through all the possible fixes that I could do over the past like 3-4 days. So I got to the point where I was like, screw it, let's just see what you guys got. I'm only helping because you're 16th in the HRG club standings. That's another good chat. I appreciate the charity work, taking low. Looks good. Good luck. Appreciate it. We'll see. We'll see if that stays, and we can repeat it. Toey. Is yelling at me. All right, I'll move it back. Problem is, I've been trying to hit less down. I have I don't know if you caught the beginning part. I have them on screen and I printed out the PGA Tour averages. So I know I'm not a PGA pro. I know I'm nowhere close to it. But if I have to go in a certain direction, I've been hitting down too much lately with this pitching wedge. The pros hit down 4.7 degrees. So that was 3.3. I started out at like 6.5. So I have a feeling the problem is, which is why I've crept it forward. When I move it back, I'm just going to start coming down steeper on it. But we'll try it. .9. I mean, it's not bad. The compression feels about the same. I just don't think I need to be that steep, and that's not how I hit it outside. I am using marked balls. I have something coming about that, Isaiah. I am using marked balls. I let the members know last night. Hard at it. I see we're getting after a triple threat. We're trying to figure it out. Weight forward, shorter swing. Works sometimes. What grip style do I use? Interlock. I know I got the 2 gloves, but I've been pretty much playing golf the entire time with 2 gloves, so it's not the gloves. But yeah, I interlock the fingers. Not bad, just feels a little steep. Even 5.2. That's not a bad smooth swing. Try bigger grips? Yes and no. This new driver I have has a Golf Pride Jumbo on it, which I really, really like. I've debated putting Jumbos on these because my miss is left. I do like that. It feels like it slows down my hands. But you're buying grips at $10 a piece, and then I've never installed them, but you're paying them to get installed. You're looking at possibly 15, 20 bucks a club. So, but yeah, this one has a jumbo, which I like, especially with driver. Try 3 gloves. If that doesn't work, maybe 4. I could put a couple more on. A little toey. I don't hate that though. That's way better tempo and slower than what I have been doing. It's not going anywhere. That's a 112 pitching wedge, but it's a baby draw. Install your own Jumbo Max. It's really simple. All you need is a vise. For my new irons, you want to try out newer, bigger grips. You getting new irons, Kamish? You getting Malpies or something? I don't hate that swing. I just got to start it. Keep the face a little more square and start it a little further right. What's the spotlight I'm using? I have it linked in the description. If you find me over on the other one, it's linked down there. I don't know if it's available anymore, but it's called a pin spotlight, I think. Oh, thin. I have the exact one though, whether you can get it or not, just so you can see what it is. I have the exact one linked. Just a little bored. What are you getting? You getting Malpies or what? That was a little bit fuller with a little more speed, so it distances up a little bit. The problem is now that pull starts coming in when I do this. Should not getting Malpy commissions down there in criminal. He maybe, I don't know. He should. Something to get fitted for Mizuno or Strixon. Try out the 770s commish. I do really like these. It's just sometimes, I mean, these are the point where, yeah, there's some tech in them, but like, you don't, once you get a kind of set like these, you don't need to change a ton. So unless I'm going like, I would never go back up towards like a full set of 790s. It would only be like MCs. But you may like the 770s. I'm not hitting them particularly great as of late, but I do like them. Jihad, what's up? I was trying to keep more weight forward. Then this is kind of where we're at with the golf swing. I get a couple, I string a couple together that feel pretty good, and then we go back to. Hence why we're not playing anything. I also think the ibuprofen finally kicked in too. Tried 790s. Yeah, I mean, the 770s are pretty significantly smaller. I mean, granted, that's probably not the best example, but I'll show you like they kind of both taper off, but I'll show you an 8 iron versus a 4. I don't know if you can see these, but you kind of look at just the leading edge and the sole, the 8 versus the 4, and just how much chunkier the 790 looks behind the ball versus the 770. That's the 770, much smaller face. It's not even that much smaller, but it looks a lot smaller. Team no hollow body irons. I think I need them, man. I think I need it. I'm not good enough for MCs. That was hit better. That's an 8 iron. It's only going 136, but that was a nice, easy, smooth swing. Toey. I came out saying I'm definitely not hitting driver. Now I kind of want to hit driver. Still a bit toey. It's not bad though. 141. I usually like seeing this thing in the summertime. If I'm hitting it well, about 155, 160. Try doing the turn without pulling the club. What do you mean, Jad? Plenty good for standard cavity back irons? I would disagree, J Glove. Plus, I really do like the feel. These are on the weaker lofted side, all things considered, but I do like the feel when you square one up and you just hit it out of the sweet spot out of these. Just feels like it still explodes off the face like a game improvement, but you have the controllability and the spin of more of a cavity back. Tacoma 101 Ts. Is that closer? I don't know a ton. You have like the different brands, the different models. I don't know a ton about the other manufacturers, so I just think of everything in terms of TaylorMade. But I think the 101 Ts, those are more of what you're going back to, right? Those are more like players' irons or what? Less forgiving. Turn, don't pull the club. Is that you just let it just follow your body intrigued? All right, we'll try it. That's gonna feel though like I'm ripping it back inside. So what was working before, take it low about 10-15 minutes ago, said try more of the one piece takeaway where you're more out here, which is why the arms are kind of coming out this way versus you're saying it'll be more like this, which is going to be way more around me. That just feels way more laid off and kind of sidearm. I don't know if that's good or bad, but only on the downswing? That's more of like, that's the best I can do. That was really toey, but that's like the feeling of more noodle arms and my arms following my hips coming down. That just feels like I have zero control of it. 101T or smaller irons. 101 was game improvement. Don't ever do that tip again. That's the problem. I'm open to any tips, but some work, some don't. I know that may work. Then that may work, but now I'm back to this is the crap I've been doing. I feel like your chest is at the ball through the whole swing, step-by-step process. I like that. That was just feeling like my chest stayed more over the ball throughout the entire swing. I've done that in the past. I like that feel. The other one, maybe not so much. I do like that, though. I like the simple ones. Healy. Then Toey. So that's an 8 iron, 5.4 down, launching at 20. I know these aren't the best. Let's see what the old PGA Tour player as of 2023 is doing. Ball speed of 118. I'm down to 103, which is like their pitching wedge. They're hitting 4.2 down. I'm 5.4 down. They're launching at 17.8. I'm launching at 20. I don't know. Some decent ones, but nothing really. These are kind of back to like mixed bag. Not really compressed and struck particularly well. Granted, I'm swinging easy, but thin. Trying to get my weight forward, and I feel like I'm lunging at it. We're going back to the D-Lud. Starting to keep the weight forward, then just turn. Chest down allows for the club to release, opposed to dragging it through. Now was just staying forward, commish. Still a little bit thin. A little better. No draw, but at least it was hit. %100% playable. I know it's playable. Like these are like 50-75% type swings, so I know they're going pretty straight. That's an 8-iron though. It's only going 137, so I'm swinging about close to 20 yards in terms of what I'm capable of. Whether I need to play it at 155 is another story, but thin and Healy. I do feel like I'm dragging it through though. I think I'm dragging the handle, trying to keep that face open to not have it pull hook. I'm coming through like that and trying to keep the face square. What are the dimensions? This is the second one I've had, Brian. I want to say it's one of those weird ones. I want to say it's 10 inches by. I want to say the last one I had was maybe 20 or 24. I don't know. I have it linked. It's maybe like 30 or 36. It's a little bit longer, just because before, with how I have the square, before I was the mat only went to about here, and I was catching the gym tiles before on the follow through. %80 swing made a lot of great golfers. No, it's the larger one. I'm pretty sure it's 10 inches. It was one of those weird sizes, but it's longer. Whatever, like 34, 38, somewhere in there by 10. Toey. Oh, I had a little more pop. Slappy. Hate it when I can't find my swing. I know. Came out of that one early. I can't find anything. I can't really find or feel anything repeatable, which is frustrating. I can piece it together and I can have a round here and there, but like I'm struggling to find those things that I can fall back on when my swing gets wonky, which it is. It sounds like golf. I know. It gets sometimes frustrating for the amount of swings and time and effort everyone puts into it to then still hit it like crap. Dangerous rabbit hole. How else are you gonna do it though? How else are you gonna get better at golf? A little bit better. I mean, obviously the answer is just keep swinging, which I am, but I think it's also beneficial to maybe try some different stuff while I keep swinging, and maybe something, get a new swing feel or a new swing thought. Toey. Watch 100 golf advice videos and try everything they recommend. That's pretty much what we're doing. Overhand golf on YouTube. That's better. That's a weird feeling though. That's almost what I was doing with driver. For me, that feels like I have a weight a little bit more forward, but I'm kind of still, that feels like I'm hanging back on it and letting my hands, like keeping my head like this and letting my hands come through. Feels like I'm hanging back. Which maybe that's the feel that it should be, and it's just, it feels bad, but it's not actually bad. I don't know. It's better. I feel like I'm posting up on the front leg a little bit more. So I have that weight forward, but I'm more feeling like I'm hanging back here while I'm hitting it. Appreciate the follow, Lucky Green. Which that was kind of the feel maybe 2-3 months ago when I was striking it better with irons. Closer to that. That's 152 with an 8 iron. And I don't feel like I need to swing like crazy to do that. I'm still 6 degrees down though. I mean, it's possible the square could be a little bit off, but still. I feel like I want to be within a degree. Ideally like a half a degree, but pros are hitting down 4.2 with their 8 iron. Even if you go 9 iron, 4.3, 7 iron, 3.9. I feel like I want to be closer to that like 4.5, 5 range, not 6.1. Slappy and toey. Like that swing, besides the contact, that swing feels the same. as that one that went 152, and now that one's going 133. And they feel pretty similar. Feels like I'm trying to do the same thing in the setup. What club am I using? Just an 8 iron. P770 8 iron. So I'm trying to hit it smooth and work on contact. So that's what I'm saying. Usually, if I'm striking it well, I'm at like 155, anywhere from 150 to 160 carry usually. So that's going 146. But I'm not really trying to step on any of these. I'm working more on like the easier swing feels like that. So that's going, call it 15, 20 yards less. Then don't let my upper body drift ahead of the ball. That's all I can think of on the slight pull. Loose hands. I can try it, JTB. I've tried it. I just get super loose and flippy when I do that, and I have zero control. So some of them I time up good. Other ones I just get way too slappy. I think I have a tough time JAD in terms of keeping my weight forward. That's probably where I'm going that way, trying to stay down on it. Which is why, oddly enough, for me, that feel of like hanging behind it has produced some halfway decent ones. Close to that. That feels like I'm hanging back on it, which should be the complete opposite. That probably looks smoother because it feels smoother. Then thin toe. Start up on my right toe and stay there. I've tried too sometimes when I've got really jacked up. I get like way over the ball like I do with putter. Sometimes this works. Chunked it, but getting like way more over it. So I do have a tendency, you said it the other day, deal with driver. I have a tendency to get really locked out and get almost, I know this is exaggerated, but it probably starts to creep out more towards this where I'm super far away. That's not terrible. chunky. There's a swing in there somewhere, but we still haven't found it. All right, start up on my right toe and stay there. I didn't feel terrible. That was at least good contact. Then I don't know. To be continued, maybe. Starting to get kind of tired. There's already been a lot of swings. Is it fixed? Negative. Negative. Quit thinking swing. Every swing feels terrible though. FFK is the issue. Key is to know when you need to change your swing or just practice your swing. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Oh, like I was thinking about, we were talking a little bit about the other day, JTB, about tinkering and whatnot. I think sometimes I just get in the mindset of like, okay, whatever, we'll just try whatever. Obviously, I still swing the way I swing. So as much as I want to sometimes start from scratch, you just can't do that anyways. But it's kind of like trying to go back to basics and try some different stuff. But feels the results right now. Feels. I'm just trying to feel like 75% of the time I at least struck it well, and that is not the case. We're at 50% at best. It's like every other shot, maybe even less. That one felt like I hit it good with the step drill. That's how I want all of them to feel. And the results honestly follow the feel. So that one felt like it hit good, or I hit it good, which I did, and 150 carry, which is closer. So it's kind of both, I guess, but mainly the feel is what you get the results out of. And then I do that. That's where we're at. That's a 15-yard difference, which felt like pretty much the same. Like I can do that, which feels like I'm using more legs. Maybe a little bit smoother, but now that 8 iron's going 129. It's dead straight, but thin. That's the problem. Like, I do that to swing easier, and then I still do it. So, I don't know. Hands forward, shaft forward. Someone else said that before, too. That's definitely, I mean, 100% I'm not compressing it. That's really the feel of it. Because they feel terrible because I'm catching that. Like, that one was just thin. I already feel, though, like, a lot of times, especially with driver, I, like, look at some of them, and it feels like my hands are, like, out here. Which I guess maybe, I don't know, is not bad. It just looks and feels. So that was a little bit more, but that's still, like, really, that's like bottom groove. Feels terrible thin. A little bit better.
Fgolf's tip $4.99 through Super Chat. Hard to hit thin if you're compressing the ball.
I hear you, FFK. Appreciate the super chat. That was with ball a little bit further back and hands forward. Appreciate the super chat, FFK, per usual. You're the man. I think my shoulders are starting left at setup. If you swing on that plane, it's going to go left. All right. That was a little bit better. That was the feeling of keeping my feet a little bit more square with my shoulders shut. I do like that feeling. I've hit it well in the past with the feeling of keeping my back to the target. A little bit chunky, but not terrible. This is where I need to slide more and not post. Toey. That's just the face shutting down on me. Those are at least hit a little bit better. Those are more compressed. A little better. Low point needs to be right after the ball. I was looking though, FFK, part of it. Like, this is my 8 iron. I'm hitting 6.2 down. So one of the things why the PGA is up there, I think, because Big Dog and a lot of other people hit down on it, and the way that I'm catching it thin, I keep thinking, okay, hit down on it more. But like the Pro, I know they're using different clubs and all that, but even with their pitching wedge, they're only 4.7 down. With their 8 iron, they're 4.2 down. So whether that's right or not out of the square, I don't know. But that's almost 2 degrees more down. And that's not how I usually hit it outside. So that's kind of messing with me. That's almost 2 degrees more steeper attack angle. Toey still hit at least halfway decent. That's just feeling like kind of combination of what you guys both said. Shoulders more closed and some more forward press. Slappy. But if that's my slappy miss, at least that's going better than the other ones that were going like 128 or whatever. Then Try to hit heel side. That one was all over the place. Yeah, bro, cooking. Doesn't feel like it. I mean, those are better, I guess, but I know it's hard to do. Obviously, feel like you hit it out of the button every time, but obviously that's what we're trying. And I can't seem to do it. That one was toey now. It's toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Still a bit low. That was hit better. That's what I want to feel on all these. And then the distance comes back too. Then back-to-back swings. Both felt pretty similar. That's contact. Previous one was hit halfway decent, a little bit toe side. That one's thin and heely. Try to hold my wrist angle more. Might be casting a touch. So that seems to be the somewhat common thread. The way I read that is kind of what Take It Low said, is keep more of that one-piece takeaway, less movement. Just came out of it early. Maybe I'm more of an LPGA Tour number kind of guy. Hey, I'll take that too. I could print those out. Maybe. We had some good comments today. We've had some good comments. Trying to stay with my chest more over it. That's a little better. Now I'll do that same feel and I'll freaking skull it. That one felt like I was digging it out. Really bend the left knee and get power by straining it. Left leg forces weight on the right leg and then explode with the left. Long, low takeaway. Triple bogey. Gift of memberships. Appreciate you, man. Flannel Bob Chung. That's another good comment. I've heard that before. Appreciate you, Ben. Who got one? Secret Sanders, T.O. Martin, Ollie O, Johnny C. Show, and Brad Burmeister. Appreciate you, man. That's very nice of you. That setup looks sweet. I was meaning to comment on that this morning. All your TV nonsense is nuts. Triple Bogey, what do you got for me? You got a swing? You got a swing thought for me for irons? You've been playing well. You've been playing a ton. I seemingly can't find it. I can't piece anything together. That was hit better. Maybe we just need triple bogey around to hit it better. Still a little pulley, though. That's starting left and headed left. Face is closed to the target. More cowbell or TVs? I can't decide. More cowbell. What do you say is like, I've got an infection and the only cure is more cowbell. I need more cowbell. I could use a couple TVs. I need more cowbell, a couple TVs, but really what I need is more compression. I need more compression. A little chunky. Triple bogey. Have you tried adding more screens? Maybe that's what I need. I need the impact vision on about 15 TVs to show how inconsistent I am. And then maybe, just maybe, I beat myself up some more with my swing. And then we finally find something that works. Oh. Encouragement like this is all I need. Striping it? No. This is an 8 iron. This should be going 155. That's only 146. The misses aren't wild, but it's just the drop off in distance based on strike is where I'm losing it. That's how your iron's supposed to sound. 10-year running jab. I do have a couple of those deal. Like once every like 2 rounds, you get that one like 7 iron that you just flush, and it sounds like it's like a corked baseball bat. I know, Triple Bogey. It's not terrible. Like, I know if that's the miss, it's just I'm missing 50 to 75% of the time. Lose distance from sympathy, play a lot. It's true. It's true. I can deal though with I guess what the moral of today is I can deal with distance loss. I'm not really chasing the distance. I'm chasing the feeling like I actually struck it well. So if I felt like I struck that well and it only went 146, I feel like that's a little bit different. But I know when I feel like I strike it well, it goes up into the 150s. And these ones that are not struck well, like that was struck a little better. It was Healy, so I'm fine with that. That was just a Healy miss, but at least it was compressed. But you're 100% right. That's why I'm not hitting driver right now. I've taken a ton of driver swings as of late. That was hit better. That's what I'm looking for. On good strikes, that's what it does. A little bit of an overdraw, but 156, I hit it well. I didn't go crazy. Beat the ball. No. 100% distant comes after good contact. Mizuno, no. TaylorMade P770, at least for this. I have a combo set. Approach wedge, which is 51 degrees. Approach wedge through 7 iron are the 770s, and then 4, 5, and 6 iron are the P790s. Beat the ball, beat the ball, beat the ball, beat the ball. Beat the ball, beat the ball, beat the ball. Oh, that was hit better. That was just a little chunky, but I'm fine with that. I'd be curious, Triple Bogey, next time. I'd be curious next time, which will probably be tonight. Next time you play, I got the Trackman numbers up there. For example, who knows if the square is right? It could be off by a little bit or a lot of bit. I don't know. But according to the square, I'm hitting 6.2 down on that 8 iron. And the pro on average, I know I'm not using the same clubs and all that, but the pro on average is hitting down 4.2 degrees. So that is 2 degrees steeper. But I feel like I have to do that to be able to hit it decent. Then put the ball one back. Not bad. 6.4 down, though. Club my head an 8 iron. If you never had distance, you can't lose it. I don't even hit it that far. maybe you can make an argument maybe for my size I do, but like I don't even hit it that far, so it's not like I ever had this crazy distance to start with compared to some of these monsters that are out there.
Thanks for the sub.
Thanks for the sub. Thin. It's like golf swing, baseball swing, golf swing, baseball swing. Not even play baseball. Healy. Swing yard gets crazy distances. You're not wrong, but at least the way that I justify it, do you know why that is, Alpine Trader? He's got a little bit of help on his side based on that dude's built like the Terminator. Better-ish. Touch Healy. Touch Healy and thin, despite the draw. I was giving you a second if you're going to answer, but swing yard, obviously he's really good. The guy's ridiculously good, but trying to get lessons from T-Booms. Beautiful day in Augusta. Beautiful day. Cinema story. Cinema boy. You're 5'9", Ophelia. So, swing yard, for example, is literally 6'5", and at the very minimum, I think he was #1 in the world in terms of like beach volleyball at one point. He's literally a professional. He's 6'5", he's a professional volleyball player. So, more power to him. But that's like the complete opposite of how I'm built. So, when he looks like he's swinging effortlessly, it's because he's 6'5", which is a lot of it. No, I'm doing both, Mr. Chico Stick. If my computer can handle it sometimes, and if I remember to do it, sometimes it's more of a pain than what it's worth. But yeah, Mr. T-Booms, Mr. Swing Yard is built like the Terminator. That was better. 155, that's what we like. Then, but if that's the miss, that's at least a little better. I guess I'm struggling the most with, which is obviously, I keep saying it, but strike. I'm not really struggling as much with dispersion left and right. I'm struggling with front to back dispersion. That wasn't even as bad as some of them that I've hit, but that's going 8 yards less. On the bad ones, going like 20 yards less. Yeah, it's in the 40s, low 40s here, Miss Chico Stick. All that good advice could have been missed if it wasn't set up. I know, I hear you. I appreciate the advice. I can use all the advice I can get. What would Noonan do? What would Noonan do? Bad. Now I feel like I spun out up top. thin toe. Chat golf pros are legends. Who was it? I think it was Bogey Barn at the very beginning said, I'm terrible at golf, so I love giving golf advice. I don't know. We didn't find it today. Maybe tomorrow. Or I just come to the unfortunate realization that although these aren't pured, maybe my 8-iron just goes 145 instead of 155 now. Or at least until it warms up. Swing's looking good. Well, at least it looks good because it feels terrible, to be honest. You tune into the Club Pro guy when the swing feels wonky? I've seen a little bit of his stuff. I'm not super familiar. I know Judd. I think Judd's a pretty big fan, or at least was. I don't know if that guy's done as much as of late, but he built out the that course for GSPro at the Learning Center. I was watching this Australian guy for a little bit. He must live on like a par 3 golf course up in like a 2-story building, and he has his phone and he records the guys, and it was pretty funny. Not exactly Club Pro guy, but you were near scratch, took it for granted, messed up your leg, and a lot changed. That sucks. That's the frustrating part because I play a ton. All of us that have Sims play a ton, and just like seemingly out of nowhere. That's what I said at the beginning. But you play too much, and then sometimes you play bad, and you don't play enough, you play bad. And sometimes like you can go from just like hitting it pretty well, and then overnight, one little thing changes that you don't even realize, and then now we're here. He's retiring, currently seeking a replacement. Yeah. Golf, man. Kale chips, golf. Get older, hit shorter. Swing free. Professional Golf Advisor channel. That's on YouTube. Is that you, J Glove? Is that you, Moonlighting? Is that your second channel? Super consistent golfer, consistently bad. Slow-mo swings work too. I think we're getting close based on how this felt today. We're getting close to when I found myself not knowing what to do in the past. I just turn everything off and I come out here with nothing on and just swing and don't care where it goes and just swing until swings at least feel halfway decent. Which sounds easy, but seeing where everything goes immediately. Oh, he's British? I gotta check them out. If I can turn my brain off, golf is easier. Yeah, what happens when your brain's off and then you still play bad? Then what do you do? Tea time in the morning, so pumped. Then in the morning you can't hit the ball warming up. Yeah, I know. It's funny though, sometimes Alpine where like that's kind of the cliche with golf. Sometimes you have a really good range session and then you play terrible. And then other times you have a terrible range session and you play really good. Sometimes it's the opposite. Swing free, what I say, free swing. Just takes one swing. Turn your brain off and still play. Create the HZRDUS Golf Discord channel or the HZRDUS Golf YouTube channel. That's right, Jay Glove. Not caring. This was never on in the first place. Yeah, what if you don't have a brain on top of it? That's maybe part of the issue. Maybe. Oh, let's hit a little better. Maybe it's a brain issue. Maybe I'm trying to turn on a brain that I don't have. Can't help you then. All right, I think we're getting down to it here. We're almost at 2 hours, I think. That's usually where I try to keep it to. We've been swinging pretty much the entire time. Is my league still up? It should be. You may have checked yesterday, usually on Monday, depending on when I do it. If I cancel it, it usually takes me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes sometimes to cancel the old event and start the new one. If you happen to look during that time, it would show that it wasn't there. But it should be up there. You need to have an active event for it to show. Didn't have a chance to play last week. Where are we at this week? Honestly, I have a big list in my phone. What did I pick this week? I don't even remember. We're doing a couple of different of these event style stuff, so I'm picking like, feels like 3 courses. I tried to do, I think it was FFK. Someone gave me Sylvania, which I think may be a Judd Patreon. I tried to do that, but it wasn't there. I did the hills. That's what I did. Sim Golf. I did closer tees. The pins are usually in a tougher position, but I did Thursday pins. Take it easy. It was fun. Appreciate you stopping in. I feel like I want to hit one. Try to end it on a good one. So at least we can have that. Not horrendous. Need to win the Hosel Rocket League soon. You got a good chance. I announce, if you're in the Discord, I announce winners for the gross and the net. Gross, good luck. I think I've only won the gross one time, but Angry Bird's been putting up crazy scores. JT Walsh plays it, puts up crazy scores. Triple Bogey won it a couple weeks ago. There's some people like last week, the winner shot 16 under. So, crushing it. Must be the same swing coach as Kamish. He said the same thing. Take up pickleball, take up knitting. How do you like the new driver question? I saw that video out on the course. I was saying yesterday, I'd be curious how you feel the forgiveness is. You have the LS head. I have the core head. I don't know how much difference there are between the two. In the past, it seems like there's a decent difference between the models. Those are a little bit better, but I'm tugging them. TX2, that guy's a baller. I played with him. That was probably close to a year ago now. I've watched him for a while. We've kind of gone back and forth. Not crazy amount, but we've gone back and forth probably for a couple years. I was doing the old TT on when I was in the backyard with the Garmin. I think that's when I stumbled across him. But I think we played Exeter, if I'm not mistaken. We had a crazy low score. That was one of those days I was just striping it. That was like a year ago. We played. That was the first time I ever did it. We like went live together and we played it. How crazy how different that the 35 felt from the 4 firmer for sure. I've never hit the 35, so I'm just going based on my QI10, which was an 8-degree LS head, to now this QI 4-wheel drive, which is also 8 degrees, but it's the core head instead of the LS head, which I think makes a difference. It does seem more forgiving. Generally, I think you're at about a couple hundred RPMs difference. Call it 300, 400 RPMs difference between the heads usually. But backspin is forgiveness. You played with them on live last week. Played Triple Bogeys League. Both kind of played bad. Tied 7 under. Oh, so you're a baller then. He's got a super, super smooth, fluid swing. I know he does like mental type of coaching, which I could probably use. We love some TTs. Bogey's backyard. He's the man. Brian's the man. He was in here before asking about my hidden strip. I don't know if he's looking for one or something. He's super generous. All you have to do is play in his league. I think he's been doing the flighted stuff lately. I feel bad. All those leagues I want to play in, but literally half the time I don't even play in my own league. Send you a club. That's awesome. He's the man. He sent my dad. I ended up getting the same one, but he sent my dad a golf bag, which was super nice. This, what was this thing called? Ask Echo. Everything playing through GSPro beta. Yeah, I would say like 75, 80% of us triple thread are using beta. This is beta. I just feel like everything, like the physics are better. It's easier to aim. The bounces are more realistic. There's some bugs for sure, and it's buggy. But I would say overall, the beta's been pretty decent. Never hit a multi-club before. Ordered me a 7 wood. I've heard great things. A lot of the guys in the group, thanks to Judd, Run Pud Run, he was big on Maltby and big on Maxfly. Everyone has gone over to those now pretty much, but there's probably 5, 7, 10 guys in our group that all have Maltby irons, which are awesome. I've heard really good things about the woods as well, specifically like the 7 wood, 5 wood, 11 wood kind of thing. Danko got the 3 wood and he doesn't love it. I think he really likes the 5 wood. I know they make a driver. I don't know about that, but have I hit the invisible wall in GSPro yet? Probably. I think I know what you're talking about in terms of like a crazy collider. Probably. I've done it on the fringe. I don't know if I've had anything super brutal. Who was it? Unreal Golf in one of the early rounds of the tournament we were doing, literally hit a collider in the air. I saw Seadrum sent something. He plays with Luma. Luma hit. There was water, like phantom water. He was hitting an approach shot into a green from like 180 or something, and it was coming down and it went into the water over the green. Do a review when I get it. Maltby 2 Hybrid and you love it? Yeah, I mean, I've heard really good things. I've heard really good things, field performance, and especially considering the price of them. Not terrible. I'd like to see it go a little bit further, but that was at least a tight draw. Started right, came back left a little bit. Have it on a chip onto the green and it stopped. That's just feeling like I'm squatting a little bit more into it with the legs. Those aren't terrible. Those are at least hit decent. Those are at least good contact. I'm just not swinging super hard at this point. A little bit tuggy. Maybe there's hope after all. That was tugged, but it was hit pretty hard. Oh, thin. Came up and out of it. All right. 150 plus, baby draw, and then we're calling it a day. Got to start it right at center, though. That's a pull draw. I think it's a combo triple threat. It's tough knowing. The designers would probably know. When it happens, I have no idea if it's the course or GSPro. Realistically, it's probably both. There are some issues with like courses. Usually you don't see that stuff though from like the big designers that have done 100 courses or more. Usually that's GSPro at that point, but sometimes you don't know if it's a newer designer. It could be. Either way, it sucks, but man, another one, it's there. It's just starting a touch left. That's not a bad swing if I just start it 1 degree right. Pickleball is really fun. Singles an exercise, doubles not so much. Yeah, I mean, doubles you kind of just stand there like this, like ping pong, right? But I'm pretty good at tennis and pretty good at ping pong, so I know I like pickleball. I've just never played it. A little bit different though, feeling like because the ball doesn't bounce much, you're hitting a lot, especially if the other people are good, where they hit it low. You're hitting a lot kind of down here, which is a little bit different. All right, I think we're gonna end it on that one. That was better. Little bit of an overdraw. That was hit decent. Started almost a degree to the right. Drew back 6 degrees. 154 carry. 162 total. That's all I'm trying to do with the 8-iron. But I'm out of here. I appreciate all the advice. It was fun. Figured do something different. I didn't really feel like playing today, so no driver swings will probably do me good. I think the plan is for anyone that wants to tune in. I was debating, I may schedule some in advance so people kind of have an idea. But as far as this week, I'm playing tomorrow at 4:15 p.m. East. All these are going to be Eastern, but tomorrow at 4:15 with Friend Boy, we're doing Twisted Stroke. And then we have Thursday Thunder, I'm playing at 6 p.m. Friday, I'm playing sometime, I think, middle to late afternoon with Golf Guy Grant for HRG Club. Saturday is usually Big Dog. And then Sunday, currently nothing. But we'll see. We'll see what we get into or what we still need to finish when that comes around. But that's why today was kind of the day. I didn't have anything I necessarily 100% had to play. So other days where I'm playing, I'm necessarily not going to want to hit this many balls just on the range. But that's the rough schedule. Really appreciate it. Let me pull up the super chats. I know Triple Bogey was very kind. gifted 5 memberships. I want to say thank yous. I don't know. Did we get better today? Did we get worse? I guess you guys be the judge. Maybe we just beat my swing into submission by swinging so many times. Could be the case. All right, we had FFK with the 499 saying, hard to hit thin when you're compressing the ball. I hear you. Blind Fat Kid needs to give me advice for about a couple months straight, and then I finally listen. We had Triple Bogey with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, boys. Very kind. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Basketball days are over. I gave up basketball. Me too, crushing it. JTB was saying he played basketball too. I gave up basketball about probably 8-9 months, almost a year ago. I gave it up. I messed up my knee the last time, my right knee. If you guys remember, I was doing putting streams and whatnot because my right knee was messed up. After that, I really loved playing basketball, but those injuries are way worse than like golf injuries. So I had to give it up. That's one of those things. I'm pretty relatively competitive, so if I can't play basketball at like full speed and actually be competitive, then I just don't want to play. That's kind of where I'm at, but I'm out of here. I gotta get some more stuff done this afternoon, so appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you. Very low likelihood I'm on here before, unless possibly Dankster has one of those hybrid days and he wants to play something quick in the afternoon before I play with Friendboy, but it'll most likely be 4:15 tomorrow with Mr. Friendboy for Twisted Stroke. We'll see if we get some Newtonian physics going, but I appreciate you guys. I will catch y'all on the next one.